know what time it is. When you hear that beat, this is sent in from one of our fans. Sad Classes.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
All right, here we go. What we doing, Jay? Why is it so low? Why is it so low?
He got the what's that? The snare?
He got the triangle.
He got the snare.
We got the triangle.
Got the snare.
Cut that weak shit off. Cut that weak shit off. We don't need that on this podcast. Okay.
Welcome back.
Welcome. No, hold on. Is there anything else, Evan? Because I don't want to leave my man Sad Classes like that. What the fuck was that?
I have no idea what that was.
Oh my God. Was that a prank?
I just did the whole beat right there.
I just sampled it. We're good to go.
Exactly.
He sounded like Michael Jackson.
What the fuck, man?
Sound like Tito.
I appreciate the effort, Sad, and I don't mean to roast you, but I hate to play this beat while we got a guest in the building.
That shit was ass. Hey, no, hold on. We got to give him another chance, man. He said
I don't want to give him no more chance.
Come on, we got to show the work. Oh, I love that. Oh, okay. Oh.
This making my legs jiggle a little bit.
That money counter. I love that money counter. All right. Sad Classes.
Okay.
Oh. What we doing, Jay? Oh.
Okay. Toe tap, show the work.
Oh, show the work. And then we toe tap. Show the work.
I might have to start rapping on this one.
Show the work.
Okay.
Ooh, toe tap. Show the work. Ooh, toe tap. Ooh, toe tap. Cut it off, Evan.
Damn, I was just about to say
cut
something.
Cut it off, Evan. Just cut it off, Evan.
I guess that was a little bit better.
For Justin spit a 16-week bars.
Hey, 16 week, just like my. Well, I ain't gonna say my sex game. We already know it's on.
16 pumps, get you 16 lumps. Oatmeal. Welcome back.
What's happening?
This is another spanking brand new episode, Cutting Weight with Malik B and Justin Elliott.
What's happening?
And behind our camera is our main man, Evan.
What's up, boys?
But hold on, it's not about us.
Hey, it ain't about me.
It ain't about you.
Hey, I always try to make it about me, so it ain't about me.
You gonna shut up this time, or you gonna let our guest speak?
I'm gonna let him do his thing.
Because this guy, he don't need an introduction, but we're gonna give him one.
He don't need one. You go and take it off.
I mean, the man from the Genius Brain podcast.
Okay, there it
He's
is.
one of the OG of YouTube. Bruh, on his Wikipedia.
He our godfather?
No, he ain't our godfather.
Oh, okay.
On Wikipedia, it said he had a baby. Justin, Google it. He don't have a kid.
Oh,
so don't try to wish that on my man. All right? I don't know who typed that in.
Man.
Wikipedia said I had a kid?
You had a kid.
Wikipedia say you had a kid.
Yeah.
How the fuck do I have a kid?
Man, everybody in the building, give it up for the
David
funny.
Soul, baby!
Man, give it up for him, man.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Professional in here. You got professional lights,
Yeah,
cameras.
yeah.
You got a whole crew.
Yeah, it's
I don't got
cutting
none of this shit.
Man, you making hella more money than
I was
us.
about to
So
say.
obviously we doing something wrong.
I told Justin who you had on the podcast. He was like, I gotta look him up. And he was like, man, I don't care about all these guys. Then he saw you had 1.43 million subs.
I was like, I need to get my shit together. Have them on. Bring some. We need to have a class
said
on how the hell we need to grow these subscribers.
He said-
For real, because we getting the views, but don't nobody want to click like and subscribe on the video. Make sure y'all
I mean,
do that.
the subscriber count doesn't really matter.
It don't?
It's most about viewer engagement.
Gotcha.
Like, a lot of people are finding out now that number is really superfluous. It doesn't mean shit, right? So basically, if people are engaged and they're watching your shit, that's the thing that matters the most.
Okay.
Like companies don't even look at that shit anymore. They don't give a fuck about your subscribership. They care how many people are watching, who's commenting, and who cares.
I remember you said everything, and I was still stuck on that word superfluous. Now, if you want,
That was you a boxer. You got CTE.
I
This motherfucker don't know what.
Definitely.
He don't even know where he's at right
I was
now.
like- I was
This fool
like-
thinks he's on my podcast.
I was like, suburban.
The man got a podcast called G's Brains, and you of course, he's gonna be dropping big
I was
words.
about to say, God, damn,
That's
I
why I
should have
just
studied.
skipped over that. You know the man Asian. I was like, let me just go and skip over that.
I was like, superfluous.
As he was talking, I thought the couch is fading. The couch is fading.
I was like, as soon as he said that word, I was like, this is gonna be a low podcast.
I skipped right over there. You could come.
Hey, before skipping, shoe cam, tell me what you got on your feet,
Oh
man.
man, you see me? I'm still doing well. You see me in the baby, but also I got these damn white baby blues, Carolinas.
Okay, all right. I got the Yeezys on, the boots and all that. You see me right there, the 500s.
Yeah.
What you got on, David?
I got the bread. You like the Yeezys?
Yeah, I love the
I fucking hate those things.
What?
Wait, what?
What's going on now?
Like,
we getting
now
somewhere
we get
early.
I'm sorry,
You the
man.
first person.
It said
that
made
we
in
only had
China.
3 guests, but now the
Really?
man not. Oh, nah, that's very disrespectful. Now I know your people's from South Korea, right?
Yeah, no, it's North, man.
North
Korea.
No, it's South Korea. I'm fucking with you. Man.
You fucked up.
I'm trying to get this motherfucker canceled. I'm trying to get stop Asian hate. Stop Asian hate.
We posted.
I'm an ally.
I'm an ally too.
You just gotta look at me and just go BLM, and my shit cancels out immediately. That shit just stops.
Hey, nah.
He goes north. You just go, oh, okay, great.
He goes, of course. I knew that. I knew that.
You know,
I
I'm
knew
like,
that.
you know, they're cousins or something, you know.
It's on
Knew I was in the
round.
range,
It was
you
in that
feel me?
round.
Korea.
Okay.
You talking, you know,
I apologize.
You know, different types of Asians.
I don't know. It's a lot going on.
So tell us about why you hate the Yeezys, man.
Well, let me ask you this: if it wasn't the
So
Yeezy
comfortable.
brand name, would you fuck with it by the way it looks?
Yeah,
like
they
if
glow
you
in
just
the
saw
dark.
this off
I'm
the
not
shelf,
gonna lie to you, probably not.
probably not,
They
right?
look like some space boots, but I got me a pair, so I'm not gonna even trip.
A couple of Jordans. If there wasn't Jordan on there, I'd have never.
Which
caught.
ones? Which ones? Because I know all the Jordans. I mean, maybe
the twos.
no. They got the Just Done 2s that came out. Those was pretty fire. They was
Man,
blue,
if you
and they
take-
had that sand
if you-
that sand beach one. Come on now, the 2s is definitely
The twos
sexy.
is awful. The twos are awful. I'm gonna be honest.
Twos aren't
with
my favorite too, but
Thank you.
You know, Wave Runners, like the first one that came out,
Okay.
that one grew on me a little bit.
you. These are grow as well.
Them shit is kind of crazy.
So you're not gonna
They
get
glow in
that.
the, they glow in the dark. They glow
They
in the
glow in
dark.
the dark though.
Yeah, they glow in the dark.
So do those stars.
Not helping your
So do
case.
those- It's like that shit got glitter, bro.
So when you go to a rave, everything's like you're good to go. Like, what? How's that a selling point?
These the new
My
LA.
5-year-old has light up shoes. I mean, that.
These the new LA gears. Don't you
Yeah,
ever-
exactly. If you get caught in the woods or something like that, and you lose your way home, they got
I'm
you.
I'm gonna do some freaky shit with my girl tonight. I'm having sex with my shoes on.
Oh.
Come on, bro. My
Okay,
leg.
don't do that, bro.
Man, you crazy. I'm being missionary with my
I don't know,
legs.
man.
up.
The Wave Runners were a miss for me, man. And I feel like just because of like consumerism, it makes people want to cop shit just because.
Because of the brand name.
Exactly. But
You know,
that's,
I mean,
that's
yeah.
what everything now.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I'm
understand that, but like, I kind of don't like that because especially when Kanye. So when I was out in Japan in like Tokyo, right?
Okay.
You saw all of Kanye shit. Like his line was out in every fucking high fashion brand store out there, and you look at some of his stuff, and that shit looks like shit that you saw in the Matrix. You know what I'm talking about? Like when they were fucking,
Yeah,
like
when it was
decrepit
in that
and shit.
white. Yeah.
And he had
That
a white.
was my movie, by the way.
He had a white
Reloaded
t-shirt.
was my shit.
That was my
I don't know.
shit, too.
Did you watch?
Yeah, Morpheus.
The first one was the only good one. Everything else was trash.
Are you serious?
The first one was
With the
actually,
twin, the
yeah, the first
disappearing
one was actually the
twins?
best one as well. Keanu was definitely one
But you
of
know the
best.
story behind the script of that, right?
No.
What do you mean?
So it was kind of put out there. It's not said as fact, but it kind of is because it was settled outside of court. But there was a woman who actually wrote the original script of The Matrix. And if you watch every film after the first one, it doesn't fucking make sense. It doesn't line up with the story of the first one. And after the first one, everything else was trash.
Damn.
The first one was really good. They stole that script and they settled out of court.
Wait, what?
How much did they settle for? Do you know?
Don't know. But
Oh,
it was a
it's
ridiculous
undisclosed
amount of money.
amount? Yeah.
So,
So
if
what
you
did
know,
the woman do? Who wrote it? Like
she was a writer.
Did she never?
They stole
They
it
just
from
stole
her.
the script. You know how Hollywood
You
is,
can look
man.
it up. I think it was a black woman that wrote it, to be honest with you.
I've had
That makes
Hollywood
sense.
steal a few scripts of mine too.
Got mad silent real quick. It's like,
Hold on, Dave. We do a thing on this podcast. We like to go into Justin lives. Let's go into it real quick. What script, Justin?
I was writing a movie where it was this. So fuck with me, David. It's this lady, right?
Hold on, before you do that, before you even go into the story, I'm gonna need you to get that sleep out your goddamn eye in that corner.
Is it a corner? Where is
He's
it?
been working on it for the past 10 minutes. He's been
I
trying to
was
find
laughing
it.
so hard.
Okay, go ahead.
So I got
Let's-
a script. What basically is this bachelor that lives in this home, and he is being seduced by this older woman, and she becomes jealous of him and his bachelor lifestyle. So he opts to kill all the women that basically come around his life.
Is that thin line between love and hate? I
It's
don't know
it's
what
a
the.
spinoff. It's a spinoff.
Anyway, so
But you was telling me it was out in Japan. Anyway, I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, but yeah, I was just looking at all the stuff and like the shirt, like he had a white shirt that was like $180. It was a white fucking t-shirt. It's made out of cotton.
I saw that shirt.
Are you
Yeah.
fucking out your mind? Like,
And it had
what the
little
fuck?
holes in there a little bit.
But that's the thing too. Like, you would never know what that brand is unless I met you and I was like, hey, this is Yeezy shit. There's no way you would know that it's Yeezy stuff unless I actually told you it was his stuff.
Okay, I can.
I mean, that's e-commerce. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can
That's-
counter that. Look at Fair God. All it says is essential on there. Would you buy a shirt that say
No.
No.
I don't, it's not that I don't fuck with like Jerry Lorenzo stuff, right? Like I appreciate what he does. I actually like fashion basics a lot.
Yeah.
Fashion basics are dope, but they still have to be affordable to the regular person. In my personal, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's going to be hard for you to sell me a t-shirt with holes in it for fucking $180.
So what's your
Man,
style?
that
What's
is
your
true.
style?
I like fashion basics. Like fashion basics is just what it is, right? I like babe shit. I don't
Man, look.
like babe shit is dope. right?
You can't give him too many compliments now, Dave. Dave, I think that's that he reached his limit.
My hand in my pocket.
Yeah,
exactly. What's going on?
He said I like babe shit, and then he goes, "Let him know." So you see the stop.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's not about me.
Like
it's about
Bape
you.
is
Go
dope. Anything Pharrell touches, I think, is pretty dope. He did
Pharrell's my guy.
a Human Made, which was a really good look. Which
Human Made is actually very good quality.
I think the original designer of Bape moved over, left, and he went with
Human
Pharrell, and they made
Okay.
Human Made. And I didn't even know that was the backstory. I just saw his shit on Billionaire Boys Club. Saw it, and I was like, "Yo, what's this shit?" I thought it was just a subline of that, and it turned out that it wasn't. It was and it just looks good.
It does.
That old school BBC Billionaire Boys Club is actually one of the more vintage types of clothing that's like out versus the newer stuff. I think is a little bit more rundown. Everybody has. Remember back in the day, I don't know if you've watched fashion grow, but Billionaire's Boys Club used to have a whole bunch of like bomber jackets, with, like,
hoodies.
Yeah, it was like real dope quality. The stitching on it was, but I think now as clothing has come more brand name so much to the masses, they just pretty much just ship stuff out. It doesn't really matter what the quality is.
I always wonder what happened to that one company. I used to fuck with them heavy. It was Pink Dolphin.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah! Pink Dolphin.
That shit's great.
That shit was dope.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of people rocking as much anymore.
Rappers,
because the dope boys used to have
Yeah, I was
that.
about to say the rappers.
The dope
used to-
boys, they all dead now.
Yeah, well, they not dead. They locked up. They still,
yeah,
they
might as well be dead.
That's like the same thing. I watched
like, that's
60
what I
Days in
meant.
jail.
That's what I meant.
I watched 60 Days in jail. I can't do 40.
Shit, man, I could just
20.
picture that guy that came in with his pink dolphin and serving like 30 years, and he's like coming out tomorrow. He's like, hold on, what my fresh ass shit
I
at now?
can't do that. No,
Could y'all do prison? Like, just
What,
honestly,
60 days in kind of thing?
No, I'm talking about could you do prison? Like if you, let's say you did some shit and you were sentenced at, I don't know, let's say 15 years in prison. You think you survive?
No, hell
Well,
no.
you gonna have to. Shit.
15 years
15
of my
years
life?
of your life, starting now.
Man, I can't do it,
Well,
but
what-
I mean,
where am
you
I
gonna
locked
have
up?
to do
Where
it.
am I locked
I mean,
up?
what you gonna do?
You locked up at the gayest prison ever. That's like that's what you had.
What kind of shit?
I know you have them. It's like it's a
That's all of the prison.
and they got
shit. I mean,
and they got a taste for fucking sweet chocolate. That's all they got.
Listen,
That's the
shit.
prison you're in. Can you do it? 15 years,
No,
butt naked.
Hell no,
only.
I'm telling you,
But hey,
everybody.
yeah, what the fuck? I ain't got
Hey,
clothes,
It's a 24-hour
No,
shower.
Right when you walk in, they fucking de-louse your
Bro.
ass and they don't give you your clothes back.
Bro,
You just
I'm
walk
telling on
I would be the
everybody I
nastiest.
can.
I'll be the nastiest dude in prison. I wouldn't wash my ass. I'll shit.
I don't think they give a fuck.
I don't think they give a fuck
sit in
either, brother.
Indian style with mouse traps around me.
I think your stock's going up.
Yeah, for real. I'm like, I like that kinky shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
You like that shit? That shit sex?
Nah, I'm good off that, bro.
It's
Would you-
hard,
would
man.
you do it?
I can't do prison, man. I caught Rona in December, and I was in a hotel for 10 days to quarantine away from my fiance. After the third day, I started crying, bro.
You missed her?
Damn.
Not because I missed her. Fuck that. That was the best part. I had
I was about to say, you got your time away.
Yeah.
What you was doing?
no. I was just in the hotel, and because I didn't want to leave and give somebody else corona, I was locked in that room. And after the third day, I shit you not, I teared up a bit. And it was a hotel room. It wasn't a prison room. It was a hotel room.
It was nice. You're watching TV, hanging out.
Yeah, but here's the
It
thing.
wasn't a nice hotel. Was it a nice hotel?
So check this shit out. So the
Five-star.
first day, so there's a couple of things I like, right? Number one is food. I fucking love food.
Right.
So the first day that I'm there, I'm like, fuck it. I caught Rona. I'm fine. I order Fat Burger. I get that fucking huge ass burger with bacon and cheese and whatever.
Damn. Oh, no, leave
I
the bacon
ordered lemon pepper wings, and I got some blue cheese with it. So I grabbed the first wing.
Wait. Hold on, dude.
Oh, you can
Hold on.
taste it.
Lemon pepper doesn't come from Fat Burger.
You know, they got lemon pepper wings at
They
Fat
do?
Burger. Yeah.
They just they added to it. When last time you been to Fat Burger?
I ain't been in a while, but I'm definitely about
Yeah,
to go
they got
back.
lemon pepper wings now.
Definitely.
So-
Damn.
I got that. Ate one. I was like, it's just kind of bland. Whatever. I grab a second wing. I eat it. No taste.
Oh.
All you got left at that point is just to jack off for 10 days. That only lasts one fucking day. You could only jack off and then you just bored. You got nothing left.
Right.
You just done. And so I just sat there and I was like, I got no food. I'm done jacking off after 20 minutes. And I'm
Take you 20 minutes.
No, that's 20 minutes.
I'm
No, that's 20 minutes.
He must be watching. He must be watching the
Exactly.
intro.
He was
Exactly.
dragging
I
it
know
on.
it.
He was dragging it on.
I
He
know
knew
it.
it was a long day.
That's 20
I know
minutes,
what I
10
like.
reps. So I just sat there and I just remember thinking like to myself, at a certain point, because I wanted to be outside so bad, I was on the 10th floor. I just opened up the windows, and 5 hours a day, I would just watch people walk on the streets.
Damn.
Oh, you was people watching.
I was just people watching. And because of the pandemic, there wasn't much people walking around. So it was a rarity. I was just like, what?
He was like, wait, a person, a person. Yeah.
But isn't that fun? Like people watching, like you can make a whole story about their life, or you could see like what the fuck is going on with their life.
If there's people to watch, there was like nobody else.
You got shit to do, don't you?
He obviously
He had corona.
I had the Rona.
Yeah, what did you have?
I'm just a nigga that's bored. Hey, it's Tuesday, right? and I'm sitting here chilling on my balcony. I probably got some medicinal, and I'm just watching. I'm looking at people go through shit, and I'm like, oh yeah, you got bad credit. You got
bad credit.
Making people's lives up.
But that's honest though. See, I appreciate that because I feel nowadays a lot of people kind of, they're so good at putting up these fake memes about every day I'm hustling, I'm working hard. No, you're fucking not.
Oh, hell
you're doing
no.
exactly what this motherfucker's
Hell
doing,
no.
walking around and it's a Tuesday, just
Damn
staring
right.
at people.
Walking around
That's
dog
what you're doing.
parks. I mean, I'm chilling. I mean, honestly, when it comes down to being in an everyday lifespan, working every day, obviously you go to work 7 times a day. I mean, but if you work a 9 to 5, you go Monday through Friday typically, right? And then you got those 2 days off. But sometimes you need to rest. And I mean, unfortunately for me on a Tuesday, walking, blood in hand, people watching is what I do best.
That's work. That's work for you.
I mean, because you do comedy now, you do stand up as well. I know you started with your stand up. When it comes down to writing, do you think you get more of your jokes from people watching, or just where does your
I need
your
a conversation.
come from?
I need to talk to people.
Gotcha.
Because you got to work your ideas out.
Yeah.
And so because of pandemic, my interaction with people was cut by like 90%. And so now it's even harder to write. And in my mind, when pandemic happened, I said, well, now I have a lot of time to write more material. But because I'm not experiencing new things, I hate all my material. It all fucking sucks. And I'm not really working it out with random people. And there's a lot of like weird experiences that you see that sparks a memory that you had before that's not happening for me. And then Rona fucked me up too because my memory got fucked up. So I kept on, I had brain fog for like 4 or 5 months.
It really hit you, huh?
Yeah, it hit me bad.
Damn.
So
And you had it for 2 weeks.
I was positive for about like a week and a half or so, 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then, but
You
the
ain't
brain
got-
fog.
You ain't got it now, D.
No.
Nah, well, God, he said back. You
That'd be
listen.
fucked up. That'd be so fucked up if I had it and I came on this
I was like,
podcast.
hey,
Like, hold on, don't
I give everybody daps.
We're trying to get some views.
That ain't gonna be it. My health is definitely not gonna be it. My mama watched this.
I got
too.
vaccinated too, so I'm good.
Oh, that's
Oh, you
dope.
got
nice.
both doses or there's just one yet?
I got both.
Oh, you got both.
Yeah,
Okay, hell
so-
yeah.
So
So
you
good.
fully in.
Yeah.
So
Now-
you didn't feel any side effects after the second dose or anything? Because some people saying you like
You get
growing
sleepy.
the arm and you.
Oh no,
you
I
know
got
what
fucked
I'm saying?
up. I got fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You lying your ass off.
No, I got fucked up.
What you did? What happened?
Well, it's the same shit. It's what I had when I had Rona, but just a lot shorter.
You couldn't eat? You can.
No, my
taste-
taste didn't
state.
go away, but then you have the fever, you have the body chills, and all that other stuff.
Right, because
Did
they
the
just
fog come
they
back
just
at all?
inject you with the
same thing.
Right.
Yeah,
COVID,
I
right?
forgot. I don't know the science behind the shit. I just know it works, and I'm fine. I'm basically. a
You
super
don't know
human
the
being now.
science?
And
I don't
you-
know anything
And you
about
went
it.
all.
Oh, man.
You went to fucking
I can't believe
Walgreens
it.
and took that shot.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Why do people act like they're so fucking special? Like, who the fuck cares? So let me ask you something, man.
Go ahead.
So let's say, like, this reminds me of back in the day when people would like, you would go to a store and like this motherfucker's broke, right? And they would kind of hide their ATM number. It's like, you got no money in your bank account. Who the fuck is gonna steal that shit?
Oh.
It's like the same shit with people on their fucking phones, right? They go, oh, the government has my fingerprint. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
You're
Right.
nobody. Nobody gives a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, why do you care?
It all started. It's that same kid that like wouldn't let you cheat on their test. That try to hide their.
And he's the
answers.
dumbest person
I'm
in
like,
class.
Motherfucker.
And it's always the people
not
that
the ones
the
that was hiding
government.
from me. They was always the
I
smart
used to get
ones. I'd be
fucked-
like, nigga, move your hand back.
I used to get
bully?
fucked up in junior high because in junior high, because I had these Coke bottle glasses, I had like
I
the
could see
split
that.
hair.
I definitely
and I
could see
looked,
that. You look
I
like
looked
Kim
like I was
Jong.
smart.
Yep.
I looked like I was mad smart.
fucked up.
But I
I'm
was
sorry.
dumb as shit. But people would copy off my homework and then they would fail. And so they would get mad at me.
I'll be so pissed off.
Hey,
Hell yeah, you disappointment to me. I'll whoop your ass.
They try to whoop my. So they
Yeah,
would copy my homework. They're like, "What the fuck? I failed. You
Yeah.
gave me the wrong answers." It's like I gave myself the wrong
No,
answers.
I'm like,
what do you mean? Like I don't.
You owe these niggas an apology.
So wait.
No,
but
you smart, dumb motherfucker.
You failed with them.
Of course,
correct?
I wasn't
He
smart.
didn't know the answers.
Okay, I was
He didn't
making
And then
sure that
I would open up my mouth and they're like, oh shit, I should just spoke to him. He's dumb as fuck. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm one of you. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's judging that book by its cover.
Yeah.
Because I would have for sure, when you was young with those glasses, I was
Yep.
like, oh, math
Oh,
is
I'm
about to
cheating.
be
No,
passed.
I'm like, hell yeah. Algebra 1,
Hell
2,
yeah.
trigonometry, geometry.
You
I'm
just,
on your ass.
you just hit us with the word suburban, so I'm still trying to figure that out.
He didn't say suburban. He said soliloquy.
Whatever, it was an S word. Still fucking us up.
Circumference. What are them?
You gotta
shits?
know words, you fucking comics. You gotta know fucking words. Come on.
No,
I
I
do
only know
got- I
88
definitely-
words,
first of all,
and I'm getting by.
I do read the dictionary and encyclopedia.
We call him Thesaurus J.
That's what they know me
Why you
as.
fucking reading the dictionary, bro? That's the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard in my life.
Because he get
If
his
I ever
script ready.
catch you at a coffee shop and you reading the dictionary, I'm throwing ice cream at you, bro, for no reason.
Ice cream
Well,
at the coffee
I do
shop.
that in my
I'm
own
gonna
time.
take a lick off the ice cream and be like,
That's so
I do that.
disrespectful.
I'm about to say I do that in my own time. Dude, you gotta be up.
if somebody's reading a dictionary at a coffee shop, you know he's not reading at all. Like, this motherfucker, the book
He is
upside down.
definitely
He
there.
waiting for that white woman to come in with yoga pants.
He's
Hell
definitely
yeah.
in there picking up hoes.
And he gonna try a new word on her.
Soliloquy.
My dumb ass probably.
I'd be like, soliloquy? Oh, no, Karen. Oh. Exactly what I thought.
I use that shit in the wrong. I used like, well, hey, you know, I was
Use
walking
that in
the
a
other day.
sentence.
Yeah, your legs look so
But I was
sequilic.
in the spelling bee back in the day.
You won?
Yeah, man. So I used to know my. I had to read the dictionary and know my shit.
You know, it's a tough word to spell. Definitely.
It is definitely a tough word to spell.
All right, everybody, don't even
Listen.
You know how to spell definitely? Yeah, all right, spell it.
Dewey is not gonna get into that
No.
right now. Yeah.
No, it's
I'll
We
be
go-
honest with you, I fucked that one up.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
listen.
I ain't even thank you.
If iPhone didn't do the
Autocorrect.
damn autocorrect,
I'd have never spelled it. I'd have never
they
spelled it.
definitely call me a
You-
dumbass on that one.
You
So
know
I ain't
how
gonna
long,
even go there.
bro? I was trying to spell fraudulent the other day.
What's fraudulent?
I don't know what word that is.
Fraudulent.
Oh, fraudulent.
Bro, okay, guys, so I gotta leave.
I was with
Motherfucker,
him.
my IQ dropped. My fucking IQ dropped by like 30 points in a matter of 10 seconds. This man was trying to make a joke about how dumb he is, and it turns out he's actually dumb. That's fucking crazy.
That was my name.
Man, you the best human being.
Appreciate
It's
that.
no longer a joke.
It's no longer a joke.
It's no longer a joke. The whole room,
I'm with you, still with you. Throw a word out.
the whole room got
Hey, listen,
sad. The whole room got sad.
The temperature shifted.
Stop.
People said flagrant.
He didn't want
Oh
it. He didn't
shit.
Hey, put that goddamn sad classic back on.
Can we edit that out?
He didn't want to say
Hey,
that
let me
word, but
tell
he
you
was like, these niggas don't know how to spell definitely.
Hey, let me tell you something. That word, if I could still use that word, it would have came out.
That shit was funny.
It would have came out mad
That
fast.
shit was funny.
Hey, yo,
So,
hold on, wait. Tell the story about how you got the approval to say the N word because he's from the town and she's also.
That's
from
what
the
I was asking. I was about to say you was from.
Oh yeah, so check it out. So and this is so weird. I've told this
grew up.
story many times before, but I didn't. You know, that word is so interesting, right? Because if people didn't grow up in a neighborhood full of black people, you wouldn't know what it means to get that permission.
Yep.
Like it feels good.
It's a rite of passage.
It's a rite of passage, right? And it's one of those things that so my parents own a black beauty supply store,
I
right?
knew that.
So that's where I
It
grew
wasn't
up.
on your Wikipedia.
I went to my father's
on
a
your
pastor. My father was a pastor.
I saw that too.
When I was 15 years old, after that, I went to a predominantly black church. This is the neighborhood that I grew up in, right? And it wasn't a question of whether you could use it or not. Everybody did. In Northern California, that's how it is.
Right.
Southern California, it's a little different.
Yeah, yeah.
So like when I was a kid, I actually remember the first time somebody told me the word was when, so at my parents' store, Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays, there was a block party all the fucking time. Motherfuckers shooting dice in front of my parents' store with the cardboard bent in half.
Bro, that's so crazy,
shit
bro.
lit. That shit
that
lit.
sound like a. I mean,
I feel like I was out there
I
side
know.
betting.
I was about to say, like
Hold on, I
that
bet
sound
he
like a
won't hit.
good ass weekend, but I know you like this is crazy.
That was just the block party
But he
that
was
was there
out there.
every
Right,
weekend,
right,
yeah.
right? Next door to us was this place called Lord Tony's Artistic Fingers, where people get their nails done and they would get the shit from us. Lord Tony went to jail. We took over the store. That's another story.
Shout out Tony, free
Hey,
Tony.
he came back. He came back
Oh,
though.
okay,
He came back?
okay,
He's
okay.
really
Okay,
good.
okay.
Shout out to Lord Tony.
I
I
was about to
fucking
say.
Okay,
this
Lord
motherfucker.
free.
I'm talking about slick back hair, gators, fucking velvet suit, everything.
Okay, that's
and
what I'm saying.
he
He
make you
pimpy.
say, he make you say Lord Tony. It's not
No,
Tony.
it's straight up Lord Tony.
Ooh,
Lord
pimp
Tony's
named
Artistic
Slickback.
Fingers. Shout out
This
to
is my
Lord Tony.
bottom
Did you
bitch
want his
taboo.
store back?
Nah, it was gone. It's
Okay.
ain't gonna happen like that. Right?
Lord Tony couldn't get that back, my lord.
No, but
He
still,
went back to pimping.
basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so every weekend there was a block party, and yeah, I was just that kid on the block. And so I remember there was this dude that used to kick it all the time, and he looked at me, and he would always like kind of take care of me and fuck around, joke with me a lot, right? And he would say like, "Hey, what do you call me?" And I'm like, "You say I'm your," right? And I'm like, "What the fuck? What is that?" And from that point on, I just kept using it,
Right.
and that was just the thing that we did. So it never came to my mind that was something that a word you didn't use until I went to college, and that's when it's a little more liberal out there. People care about. It became a bigger subject when I was 18. Not something that I knew.
You went to UC Riverside?
I went to UCR.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of black folk there too,
For sure.
right?
Yeah.
And that's an interesting story too, in and of itself. But somebody came up to me and they're saying like, "Oh, you shouldn't say that." I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, "Oh, because of this and that." I'm like, "All right." And I just stopped
That was
using
it. Yeah,
that was it.
yeah.
I was like, "It's not a problem for me. Like, if it bothers you that much, then why do I need to say it?"
And that's
Nah, I feel
yeah,
you.
we need more people like you. 'Cause
No, definitely. We need more allies. And you got allies with us, especially with the, Asian hate for sure.
hell yeah.
Not with that Kim Jong comment though.
I was like, you heard him. You heard him, right? You heard him,
Let me tell you
right?
something,
God
man.
damn.
Listen.
You better go get a massage after this motherfucker.
Cancel this motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not even a bape symbol. That's an Asian person closing their eyes. This is it's like if you zoom in real close, it's this motherfucker just doing this.
Why did you wear it today? Why did you wear it today?
I like
That's
this
not
man.
bait. That's BAP. That's BAP.
Oh, man, that's so
No, but that's the cool thing about being with comics. Like, I don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
right? Because it's all jokes.
right.
It's all fucking jokes. And I'll be real with you. I talk about this on my podcast. Like, when I go back home and people saying the word, every now and then it's gonna slip out. I've been saying this shit when I was like 3 years old. This is fucking sandbox lingo.
Yeah.
It's hard to take it out of my system, but I'm a lot smarter about it now, and I understand the gravity of the situation. So if it slips out, it slips out. Somebody says something, I apologize and I move on.
You still say it in the rap songs, like when you sing in rap songs?
That's a good
Let
question.
me tell you something. Yes, I do.
That's
Absolutely, I do.
That's fair.
And you know what was really hard too was when fucking DMX passed away, and this motherfucker used the N word nonstop.
Oh my God.
Stop, drop,
Let him down on the.
wanna
Whoa.
die, wanna try,
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
wonder why.
I just turned the station.
So when you ride in the car, right, and you listening to your rap, do you roll the windows up?
I always roll the
You
windows
got
up.
to, because it's hot outside.
Yeah. Plus, I live in a
No
really
way,
white
nah.
neighborhood. They don't
Hey.
like that shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My girl stay in a really white neighborhood, and I roll the windows up. I feel uncomfortable playing that rap shit. I'm like, nah, this is hell no.
You don't
I
want to
get
be
so-
that one motherfucker.
Yeah.
Listen.
Then when a black guy show
Both
up on
of
my
y'all.
street, I'm like, yo, turn that rap shit down.
Both of y'all is some sellouts.
Sellout.
Wait, we gonna break it down in a minute.
Okay, hold on, break it
You
down.
especially a sellout because you. Shame on you. Everything going on right now. You definitely
Everything.
a sellout growing up in the town. You should believe what you say. Evan live in a nice white established
And you have
home,
your windows rolled up,
and I be beaten down
No, you
every
don't.
time.
No, you
every
don't.
chance I get.
You selling out.
Evan,
I like how you say I live in a nice white established home.
you do.
Like it's a white house that I live. What are you talking about?
It is
Your
a little
home
white.
is.
It is a little white.
Look at the doors behind
I was
you.
about to say.
Hey, can I tell you this though? Can I
up?
tell you why I started rolling up my windows?
All right, go
and
ahead.
it's actually so when I first moved to LA, GPS and shit, I didn't really feel like I needed to use it, so I was trying to get around town. Well, I ended up in the middle of Compton. Now, if you guys know in Compton, there's this weird dude out there that rides this unicycle, and he has like this
And he's just
yeah, you know this
over and
motherfucker,
over.
right?
Yeah.
This is my first experience at Compton. I'm already freaked the fuck out.
What
I'm
are
like,
you? Wait, what are you doing back? What
He didn't
Well,
know where he was
I didn't
going.
know where I was going. I was lost, right? I was coming back from the airport. And so I'm driving this like beat up old Camry, and I'm just listening to the radio, and fucking Taylor Swift comes on, and I have the windows rolled down because I'm not trying to fucking use the AC. I'm
Which
broke as
Taylor
fuck.
Swift song?
I don't know which one it was, dude, but it was Taylor Swift on the radio, right?
I love that 1998 album.
This
Go
dude
ahead.
rolled up next to me, and I shit you fucking not. This is not a word I'm using. I'm only telling the story. This guy looks at me and he goes, "Turn that fucking faggot music down." And I said, "Boop!" Rolled up my window and I turned the music down. And I was like, "From here on out, my music is to
hey,
myself."
hey.
So to the point, to the listeners, to Way Cutters and Babies, that guy who's on that, so he circled the light. He's a crazy motherfucker. So he did
is
the
very
right
crazy,
thing.
yeah.
He did the right thing. So
Yeah.
again, and I think that guy, I don't know if he passed away, but I don't know. Like he was just like a potent figure in Compton. And I'm from Louisiana, and I used to live. So we didn't never stay in Compton. We stayed in South Central for a little bit. So you had to pass Compton to get there. And I saw like all the crazy shit. And my mom, she's so scary, right? She had never rolled the windows down when we rode like through Compton and stuff. So you
Listen.
brave for that.
That's what I'm saying. And that was the crazy thing. This dude's on a unicycle. He called me a faggot. I was like, what the hell?
That's a first.
I bet you kindly said yes, sir. Roll up the window.
No, I rolled that window up super fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, you don't mess around in Los Angeles, man. You can really get
LA is weird, man. Like, unless you lived here and you went around, people won't believe these stories. Like that unicycle guy. Like I would tell people about this. Like that didn't happen. I'm like, no, he's real.
Yeah.
Like
on at a light every light. No. At the same light over and over again, you'll see him. Really? It's like you know how those guys be flipping that goddamn them signs and that goddamn Statue of Liberty outfit. He's right there. You're like, bro, what are you doing? You think he working?
He's real.
He's bro, but he be
y'all better
punking
stop
dudes.
messing with these crazy people.
It's a dude downtown right now on a bicycle, and all he does is circle, and he has a Viking helmet on, and he just circle, and he just yell at you.
Do you know about the Pigeon Alvarado man?
Who?
So off the exit off of Alvarado, off the 2 freeway. Okay. There's a motherfucker. I think I probably given this dude like $1,000 now, just because how talented he is. This motherfucker is out there and he just commands pigeons. He's the Pigeon Man. You ever seen this dude?
No, I never seen him.
So
like you seen him, Ev?
Yep.
Oh the Pigeon Man.
Alvarado, over there.
This dude is the dopest guy I've ever seen in my life. This motherfucker, I shit you not. I gave this fool literally $100 because he did this shit.
What'd he do?
He had crumbs in both of his hands. He threw it at his face. Like 30 pigeons ate the crumbs off his face. They flew away. And he went, ta-da! I gave this motherfucker a bill. I was like, here you go. You deserve this.
Well, shit. I don't know if that was a bill worthy. I'd have gave him like 20.
I gave him a bill. I was like, you know what?
God
That's
damn.
fucking nuts.
30 pigeons.
I'd be like, man, is you crazy? You need to go out and get you a job. What did you do?
Hey, that is a job.
Damn, you wasting that talent?
That's what I'm saying.
He just made $100 in 30 seconds.
That is true.
That is true.
Well,
but imagine
you the fool.
I was about to say, you the dummy.
I'm about to say.
What sold me was the ta-da. That's what got me. I was like, yo, you deserve it.
That's how he stuck that
like
shit.
out in Burbank, they have like street performers all the time, and they basically had this one guy, and I don't know how he gets the sanction to do this, but I guess because he performs with a guitar, but he's basically out there in a thong, like G-string.
What the fuck?
All these white people walking by giving them money. I was like, shit, you know.
You gave him something. You gave him something too.
I did give him a little
I know
change
you
too.
did.
'Cause
I know
I mean,
you
it
did.
was
I know you
cold
did.
that
You
day,
saw
and
them
I was
cheeks.
like, I was like,
He saw
the
them
man,
cheeks. He was
he
like,
was a
well,
little
shit.
cheeky, but I want, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Have you guys been out to Little Tokyo recently?
Nah, I was supposed to go because I heard it's popping over there.
I mean, it's actually the homeless situation is crazy bad right now.
Oh, right now?
Because Skid
Well,
Row
it's-
has expanded out so large.
You know what's so crazy about the Skid Row
Y'all better
situation?
stop playing with these homeless people.
The city can do so much. They can like clear it up because during COVID they put all these homeless people in schools and camps. They had them in like RVs, and we rode down like downtown on Skid Row. The shit looked beautiful. I was like, damn, this shit is like so. I went there the other day.
Now, that's a damn lie.
I swear to
now,
God.
when the hell did Skid Row look beautiful?
Bro, they was all in schools. What are you talking about? They was treating
Homeless
these
people was in schools?
Yes, nigga. Where else they gonna be?
Okay.
Pissing me off. He pissing me off right now.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So you saying they had the homeless people in schools,
In goddamn
put them
schools.
on buses,
Yep.
they gave them uniforms too?
RVs, nigga. They had,
Okay, they had them in homeless schools.
I had to invest. I was about to get a PBG suit and just go see them.
Got you.
Bro,
Got
they
you.
was in there. Where else
They got them in motherfucking uniforms.
Now
Okay, got you.
they released them and like free the hounds, and now it look like Walking Dead.
Hey, that's
Now, like,
crazy, man.
Yo,
I saw a dude crack open a fire hydrant. He cracked open a fire hydrant. That water started gushing out. He pulled down his pants and started washing his ass.
Oh,
Like,
man.
and I'm not even fucking
I ain't
kidding you.
mad. I ain't mad.
And then
at
this dude grabbed a fabric suitcase, like a fabric one, and he opened it up. And he started collecting water in it, zipped it up, and the water started falling out.
Like he was bringing it home.
Yeah, and I didn't know what to say. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on in Little Tokyo, man? This is weird."
he gonna shower at home.
Fucking Dookie flex all over the street and shit. I'm
It's
like,
like a
wait.
super bidet.
yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Oh yeah, it's
Did
homeless.
you just
But
say
the,
he gonna shower at home?
yeah,
What home he got, man? What home he got?
the one on 6th Street.
You're like
The
that
106th
one
Street.
cousin that you don't see in years, and every time you say something, he goes, "He didn't do shit, bro. He didn't do shit. He didn't do shit, bro. What the fuck you talking about? I know who the fuck you
He
are."
go and listen. Once you call Justin out at the top, then he try to get you at the end.
I'm
it's
all on your ass for this. Just like these. Anyway, we was talking about the comments. Anyway.
Yeah, but they talk about him because he don't have a top lip.
Hey man, I'm on their ass, man.
He'll talk.
Hey, comments are fucking brutal though,
It's
man.
so crazy. It's like
say
they got nothing to do.
They say anything and everything. Man, that's what I'm
I love
saying.
it.
That's why when I was on The Fire and the Kid, I had to know how Brendan deals with all these negative comments. because I would read through the comments and it's all negative shit about him. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck did this guy do?
Yeah.
Like, why do people hate him so much?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I shit.
Ain't gonna
And
like
he
that
always
either.
say, bro, shit, they can hate all they want. And you look at his bank account, which is true. I saw it. I peeked where I was, and I mean, shit, it's handsome.
Shout out. I mean,
It's handsome.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of
It is
interesting
handsome.
though, because it's
But-
But with your YouTube, do you get more positive comments or negative
definitely,
comments?
Yeah.
I definitely get a lot more positive. And if they do say negative comments, it's okay. That's what it's for.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, that's what the comment section is for them to express their opinions.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just have fun and I'll say some shit back, but I'm not really in my feelings. Just more like I'm thinking of like, what can I do to come back at them? you know?
Exactly.
Do some of the comments amuse you? Like, cause some of the comments, like,
They roast the shit out of us, and
you know
we
what I
love
mean?
it.
I
We
think
love
it's
it.
so funny. You know what I mean? It's like some of the times it seems like the comments help get through my day. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this person really took the time out
And just roast the
and
shit
just
out
to
of you.
roast the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying?
And I guarantee these people too, when they're roasting, they just want to get a reaction out of
For
you.
sure,
And
yeah.
when they see you, they're your biggest fans.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
they just,
sure.
man, they show
they just
love
want
at
to be a
shows,
part
yeah.
in this conversation.
Yeah,
you know,
for
that's
sure,
really what
yeah.
it is.
They show
show love.
love. They definitely show love in comments. And he just showed the comments. He should show it out his
My Denver show. Yeah,
That's
just
crazy,
based
man.
off of comments showing love. And, you know, I appreciate that. Everyone that came out for sure. Yeah.
Have you guys been doing stand up pretty frequently, even during pandemic?
Yeah, I just got back from Naples, and we go to Austin this
Tomorrow.
weekend. Yeah, this weekend.
Yeah,
Naples, what? Italy?
Nah,
Naples, Florida.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck.
God
I was
damn,
about to
what
say,
the-
well,
I'm
They just got done
international.
with their 2-week quarantine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like,
You know, you got
Bro,
you
you
some
know
money.
the world is
Yo,
open.
I about to say,
I was like, yo, how the fuck
Yo.
they understand what the fuck you're saying, dude? Because we don't understand you.
We 68 episodes in. They know what the fuck. They was like Mushmouth know how
I'm
to
about to
talk.
say, they know we ain't going no abroad
I was
places.
about to say. They be like, yo, we
Yeah,
can't
they know
understand
we
your
ain't- they
comedy
know-
over here.
yeah, exactly.
What the fuck are you doing here?
They know we not
I
abroad
was like,
yet.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the spaghetti to go.
sure.
Nah, Naples, Florida.
Yeah, Naples,
Okay.
Off the hook comedy, and it's like the whitest club you ever seen. But it was so turned.
That's dope.
It was so turned. And we go to Austin,
Tomorrow we go to the Vulcan Gas
Vulcan
Company.
Gas Company.
Damn,
Yeah.
man.
So,
I haven't done stand up in a comedy club in probably over a year now.
how you
Damn.
feel?
I feel nervous. I know I'm a bomb every set.
Nah, you ain't
Nah,
Because
you
I'm-
can't say it like
nah,
that.
you ain't gonna
I got to, because watch it. Because if I say I'm going to do a dope job and I bomb, I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, so you do you get in your head about your sets and all that? Because
Always. It never changes. It never changes.
That
You get
feeling,
that shitty
yeah.
feeling.
butterfly.
You know, like when you got
It's that same feeling I
Yep.
get in my gut every
Mhm.
time. It doesn't matter how big or small the stage is. I feel like shit every time before I hit the stage.
you get that contractions.
It never changes. I don't know why.
You know why is that feeling? Because you really love it. You really care about it. You know what I mean? Once you get that feeling, like, you know, I used to box, and that feeling was that nervousness. I was like, all right, I love boxing.
But
And
you
then-
was getting knocked out, so
I told you he's that
That's
one
why-
cousin.
that's why you was nervous. That's why you was nervous.
You ain't gotta do him like
talk
that.
about it.
I was about to say.
You motherfucker just chilling. Yeah,
I
you
was
get
about
your
to
teeth
just,
knocked
yeah,
out.
I was about to say, just because somebody knocked your top lip off a long time ago, don't you? Hey, but but nah, it's like that nervousness of like anticipation, like I'm excited.
How do you box through that though?
What do you mean?
How do you box through that butterfly?
All
feeling?
that shit goes away as soon as they like the camera's on and then the lights are down and then you know, this
shit.
guy about to kill me. You know, like that Jake Paul. Did you see the fight this weekend?
I saw the highlights. I
Oh,
didn't
you didn't see the fight? Oh yeah, the fight.
Jake Paul
was,
looking dangerous,
and
y'all.
I had a discussion with Brendan. I was like, bro, no UFC fighter ever is gonna whoop a boxer in a boxing ring.
It's
And-
different.
And it's
a
different.
different
like
sport.
exactly. And he was like, well, Jake Paul's not a boxer. I was like, the
He's
guy's
not a
been
boxer.
he's been fighting 5 years straight of 5 years straight of boxing, right? So I say he's in a great lane and he's not gonna call any boxer
So
like
let me get this straight. The guy that Jake Paul fought was the
Ben-
one that mushed him in the face,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he whooped him.
Knocked him out. But
Damn,
again,
that's crazy.
but again, the guy didn't have he didn't have any stand up. And I told Brendan, I was like, yo, you go to Fighter and Kids podcast. I was like, bro, I have like C's in both camps. My man Jalen Love, who was punking like Tyrone Woodley, he was like, you don't know anything about
Oh,
these
yeah,
champ
saw
members.
that.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll put it
that's my
like,
guy.
hey, let me just say this, man. I
Go
know
ahead.
he's your guy. He did not punk Tyrone Woodley. You know your boy would
Well,
get his ass
he got
beat.
his ass whooped, but
He
he
would
did.
get
he did.
fucked up.
Yeah, well, he didn't really pump, but Tyron was like, for one, Jalen Young was. Here's how he plays. Like he grew up.
You know what it is,
man.
man? He wants to fight. He wants to make money. And I saw his little boxing record. He lost his last 2 fights, and he
Yeah.
brought up 14-ounce gloves to a fighter that fights with 4-ounce gloves. He's like, you don't know about this? Yeah, because those are clouds. You get your ass beat by Tyron Woodley, man. He
And
whipped
a
my
boxer-
ass, though.
and-
Don't beat
and
my
I was
ass.
about
I'm
to-
just
yeah.
talking.
And
I'm
he
like,
was like 5 world titles, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. In a boxing match or in street fighting?
No, I'm fighting in
Oh
general.
yeah, he'll get his ass.
Yeah.
whooped. Yeah. Okay.
What I'm saying is like that's the weird thing. It's like you're talking shit to somebody who could literally rip your fucking head off.
I
if he
didn't,
wanted
but
to.
in that moment, and again, it goes back to that moment. Like he doesn't know. He ain't thinking about that. You know, he was just joking. But then it got serious. Like who?
It kind of cracked me up because when Tyrone was like, "What's your name?"
That was so fucked up. That was so
got me
fucked up.
fucking dumb.
That was so fucked up.
And then
because
he answered. He was like, "Jay Leon."
he was like, "Oh, bro." He was like, and then he started listening to his credits. Simon Al Heyman.
Yeah,
Two
that
worlds.
was
I was
good.
like, oh,
That
just
was
shut up. Just
embarrassing.
shut up.
No more.
Didn't he just lose, Tyrone Woodley?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
again, is more. You know, he had. So the reason why Tyrone Woodley was in Jake Paul corner because before every fight,
Or Ben Askren's corner.
no, in
in the
Jake Paul
locker room.
room. I'm sorry. Is because you have to look and see like, oh, when they wrap their hands, if they're cheating or not. So you get someone from the other opponents as like, so
that's
basically,
why. Okay.
Jay Leon was basically saying, "What you over here for? You don't know if we stuffing the gloves or not. You don't know anything about the." So he was basically joking like, "You don't know what you're doing. Like, get a real coach. Get Freddie Roach." But again, Tyrone Woodley didn't hear. He hate Jake Paul, hate everyone in that locker room, so he wasn't hearing it. But again, it got serious, but it wasn't that.
Yeah.
But I told him to go back to my point. I had my guy Gabriel Rosado. He was training Ben in Wild Card, and he would tell me, he was like, "Bro, he's slow and hittable."
Yeah.
So when I heard that, I'm like, "Oh, he getting his
has
ass
no
whooped.
head movement.
No head movement
At
But
all.
again, so Jake and then Jay Leon, Jake. He was like, bro, this guy looking like a boxer each and every day. He's sparring real like guys who used to fight.
I mean, when he got hit with
Jake Paul.
that
Jake,
one
a big
too,
ass dude too.
he's big, and
Yeah,
they're not
that
even in the
nigga's so
same
big.
weight class.
Yeah.
And listen, he'll beat Tyrone Woodley. I boxed Tyrone Woodley in Wild Card.
Okay.
And he was working on his striking game. I was like, oh, he's awful. Yeah. But again, it was he has to prepare for so many things. And boxing, we have our hands up and stuff like that. So I didn't discredit him, but he used to work with a trainer called Eric Brown. And he got better.
I mean, like Tyrone Woodley is a very interesting fighter, right? Because I've watched him for many, many years. And, it's his age that's getting him right now because he was one of those fighters that was just so fucking fast. It didn't matter. You couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So he only throws looping shots, if you notice. Overhands, overhand. Well, somebody throws a straight shot down the middle and you're slow now, they're going to crack you first.
And he can't wrestle.
Oh, he could wrestle.
That's
But
his thing.
he's wrestling with like really elite wrestlers now, like Kamaru Usman, Kobe Covington, and so he's getting fucked up. He has a habit of fighting against the cage, which is what he used to always do. He always puts out his jab, he feels it out, and he's looking for this big overhand.
home run. Yep.
But nowadays with fighters, if you're up against the cage, it's all about movement and volume.
Correct.
They've cracked that code. He didn't adjust.
The game has changed.
It's changed a lot.
And I think that he reminds me of a Rashad Evans. Like you remember Rashad?
Oh yeah, Rashad Evans was fucking
Total same
dope.
type of
Total,
thing.
total,
Kind of
he
over
remi-
muscular too. They burn out fast.
And
you know?
and they burnt out at the end, so it's just sad. And also, it goes back to boxing. I will get off of it. Boxing has changed. Like the jab is potent. You remember, it always goes with the fighter. Floyd had the years. Everybody wanted to throw like Floyd, the straight right hands, the left hooks. I sparred the other day. Everyone's throwing the uppercut now. The
Really?
uppercut is so potent in boxing right now. Not
Because that's that end
that's that
all
sneaky-
be all.
it's
If
that
you
sneaky-
catch with that uppercut,
Go to Canelo. Canelo throws a lot of uppercuts. Tank Davis just knocked out Leo Santa Cruz.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
What's his name with a body shot? Terrence Crawford.
Ryan-
Ryan Garcia. But
yeah.
he threw a lead hook.
Okay,
but
he threw a lead
again,
hook, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of short like an uppercut. But it goes back. Uppercuts is a potent punch, and the game has changed. Back then, we used to train for the 1-2.
Yeah.
The 1-2. Now it's like, oh, you see uppercut and like, what the fuck? So it's just like it's changed, and they cracked that code. So it's different.
it's kind of crazy how you think fighting is all figured out, but every year something changes, something gets new. Like for example, in the UFC, the calf kick is very prevalent now,
Crazy.
and it's fucking nuts.
It
It looks like nothing, and it's just taking everybody out.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor. He didn't know, and then he just like Dustin Poirier leg kick, calf kick.
Gaethje's killing everybody with that. thing.
Gaethje,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
And people are fighting too how important it is to have really good hands now too. Like like boxers too. Like for example, there's like he got knocked out quite a few times, but Cody Garbrandt.
Okay.
His hands are fucking fast, man. And he was a boxer, and you could see it. And people had before they cracked his code and got him super emotional, it was hard for them to deal with his hands because he was so quick.
Yeah.
He was like a little baby Tyson. He would get in the inside and just crack people.
Yeah.
And so like, boxers sometimes I do believe that they get a little underestimated because, like they think that a run-of-the-mill kickboxer is going to whoop a fucking elite boxer's ass, and it's not going to happen. It's just not. It's not going to happen.
speaking of cracking people, you was telling us a story about how your friend swung on somebody and cracked his face open.
Oh no. Yeah. So I used to live in K-Town for like 5-6 years, and K-Town's fucking wild. Like it's nuts. Like
full of
there's-
Mexicans.
well, Mexican people, Korean people,
love my
everything. That was a very
Mexican
odd
people. I love
comment, but I
Mexican
appreciate
The way
it.
I
the
love
veracity at what you
Yeah,
said.
that shit
I'm
was-
about to say it's real aggressive, full of Mexican.
I'm not. I'm not.
No,
I'm
that
not
shit
gonna,
was
hey,
mad
let me-
aggressive.
It was aggressive because I got a parking ticket.
I was like,
hey.
I was like, K-Town's a
My
wild
Mexican
city, yeah,
people
full
love
of
it.
Mexicans. I'm like,
You know
God,
what Koreatown is.
Yeah, you hear Koreatown, you think, oh, Korea. No, bro. They
We
over
all
there.
love over here.
Oh, I love my essays.
Yeah.
a lot. Just like if you wanted to find a fight, you could find it in K-Town.
Oh, for sure. Any
Anytime,
kind. Yeah.
right?
Homeless people, black people, anyone. You can
Yeah.
look at any genre. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so it was just like I was just telling the story on the podcast the other day about my buddy who he knows how to take jokes about himself now, but I was telling him the story that he doesn't know that I saw when I was at a 7-Eleven across the street. And this fool was so fucking I can't hear anything. I'm just seeing this happen. I just see hands like this, you know, and I'm shit's about to go down. This motherfucker curls up his cute little fist. Yeah. Fool does a full swing like a hook, misses the dude, does a 360 and plants on his face. And I just looked at him like, I could never bring this up.
Hey, does that count as a win for the other guy?
Like I
don't-
say, yeah, I could definitely talk shit after that. I mean, but being
if I see Justin do some stupid shit like that, I
oh,
might kick him.
no, you hey, you better go
might-
pop the truck.
I
If you
might-
see me do a face plant like that, oh, you definitely
I
better go
might
get
draw-
that.
I might draw.
You better ride for me. All that boxing you was just talking, you
hell
just better
no.
go whip ass for real.
I'm be like, yo, it
Don't-
should have been
don't-
your top lip. I'm gonna write that on
Hey,
his
don't
forehead.
laugh at that for real. But you said you and your homie basically went on a weight loss challenge together, right? You had lost how much pounds?
It wasn't a challenge. We just kind of happened to lose weight together. We were both fat as fuck.
You grew up together with.
No. So I actually he was my video guy. So he did all my videos.
Okay.
So he's an editor, director, everything else like that. And so we used to work together. But he actually moved to Seattle or moved back home to Seattle to help his mom with their gas station store because of some personal shit that happened. And so when he left,
Hold on, Dave, real quick. I got this actual question. So your parents got a beauty supply store,
Mhm.
and then your friend's parents got a gas station.
Mhm.
This is money, y'all. I don't know if y'all hear that. That's money.
So he owns his parents own a gas station.
Hold on, I'm gonna cut you off. Justin,
Because I'm making sure the details is right because I'm hearing money. All I'm hearing, he said the beauty supply store. I know there's a lot of dudes, a lot of hood people. I know your people just probably used to make money in the beauty supply store.
No, we don't though.
Oh.
exactly.
See, so
let
let me-
Y'all don't make money off the weave and all.
So
you
let me
know what
explain.
I'm
Let me
saying?
explain this to you, right? This is the fucked up shit, right?
Okay.
There is, historically speaking, right? You know, there's been a lot of tension between Asian community and the black community,
Of course,
right?
yeah.
It's been like that. It's prevalent in the riots or whatever. So I grew up in a very weird situation. I grew up in an area where it was predominantly Asian and black people, right? What a lot of I think black Americans don't know, right, is that these small businesses, depending on who they are, majority if you own one store, you're not making shit. We're actually poorer than you, but you don't know that, right? Because the biggest difference, because Asian people are also very prideful. My parents never took government assistance and we were broke. We were poor as shit. So the people that would come into the store, they would look at us and it's understandable. We own a business. And they go, look at you guys profiting off of us and you're rich as fuck, right? We lived in the same neighborhood.
Right.
We don't own shit. My father was also a full-time pastor too. So he was going through schooling to get his master's in divinity so he could be a minister, opened up his own church, and at the same time, he was running a business for 80 hours. And we were fucking broke.
Damn.
Like poor. We hit lower middle class when I was like 16 years old. Up until that point, broke as shit. No government assistance, nothing, because my parents were too prideful. This is the reality that we lived in. And it was so weird where sometimes it was like, how do we have this communication issue where it's like, I understand you're struggling. We're also struggling too. But there's no communication. My parents don't speak English and all they see is this person that owned this business. Now, the weird thing that Asian people don't realize for like Korean Americans too is that they don't understand Black American plight because they just moved here. The only information they got about Black Americans was what a white person told them. And that was it.
Or rap videos.
Exactly.
videos.
But the good thing about my father's a pastor. So he looked at human beings, not by their race.
That's great.
So
That's good.
that's what allowed us to have a community in that area was because my father always treated people just respectfully.
Well, we need more people like you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, having us as allies and that Black and Korean, Asian attention that used to have, we want to be politically correct. I mean, it's very important, especially in the,
Yeah,
2021.
it's hard too because there's always there's tension that happens and I understand too because there's a lot of anti-black rhetoric within Asian culture, right? Specifically because you come to this country, you don't know what's going on, and you can only see what's happening to the news, and news becomes like dogma, meaning that they believe everything they see in the news. They don't question it. That's how it is in Asia, right? The government is God. Yeah. And so what they see, they just believe automatically. Well, that generation is now dying. They're disappearing. They're completely disappearing. And those transgressions that they made is now being blamed on a younger generation that doesn't feel this way, right? Because we grew up as Americans.
And y'all younger now.
And we're a lot younger. We know a lot better.
Pop culture,
and
rap,
so when a lot of people say this, they go like, well, this is what you Asian people did. Well, cool. Those were an older generation. We know better now. And they didn't know at the time. They were so busy trying to build businesses and just survive, just like the black community was. And that was the problem. We were so worried about our own issues. We never cared to talk to each other. Yeah. And so that's why I'm glad while there's social media, people can go ahead and get these personal stories out.
Exactly.
And for sure. Yeah, we definitely need to start talking and opening those lines of communication more between races, black, white, and Asian for sure. And there's just Spanish, Latino.
And a lot of people don't understand when it comes to color and Asian culture. It's not just Asian, it's around the world. People have an issue with dark-skinned people. Yeah. And within Asian culture specifically,
except me, because I'm dark.
It was a sign of royalty. So people who were like light-skinned were considered royalty because they would stay inside. They weren't in the sun.
Exactly.
And so people who were outside and they were poor, they were farmers, they were more dark-skinned. And it really stems from that part there. And and the translation gets really lost. I'm not making excuses for people. I'm just trying to get people to understand what it's like. You know?
And another thing, I'm glad the skin tone. Like black people, we have like I wouldn't say like a war going on, but it's like a little jealousy going on. Like some black girls are jealous that, like, if you dark skinned girl and you see like a light skinned girl getting attention, they get a little jealous. Yeah, it's in their own.
Malik be beefing with me, you know what I'm saying? Because like I'm more caramel macchiato, and he more,
You like 0.5 shade lighter than him, bro.
The cousin's back.
Nah, he was. he used light skin emojis. You should see him. I'm like, bro.
You think I got colorblind? I got colorism.
Bro, you ain't light enough to use no light skin emoji. What the fuck are you doing right now?
Like,
how dare you?
The inside of my arm is light skin.
I'm like, get your
this part right here, the sun here.
If you don't get your black white ass.
Look at the camera. Again, like I said, caramel macchiato. That's my new name.
But that shit in Jamaica where people are bleaching their skin.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Yeah. I thought that shit was made up. That shit is real.
Man, it's very real. Yeah.
There is this like weird thing where
because it's that narrative of like, the lighter you are, the better you are. Like you get all the attention, you get all the the looks and stuff like that. But it's
but you got. But
now melanin is in. That's why I come in, and it's like we're flourishing. But it's just changing that agenda.
It's pretty much gonna be a day at a time. It's nothing that we gonna be able to change.
But we open that dialogue.
For sure. Yeah.
We open to that dialogue.
But real quick, now you say your father was a pastor. Yeah. How does he feel about you sinning with you being engaged?
He gave that up a long time ago.
Like, how is he sinning when he engaged?
Because he engaged right now. He, obviously he,
I'm a virgin, bro.
You didn't know that? He said
I'm fucking with you. Hey, bro,
man, I ain't looked that up on Wikipedia. Wikipedia did not say that.
That'd have been a different interview if he was like, nigga, you don't know what pussy feel like.
You ain't getting that. Look, make the book. We opening it.
My dad,
he got a book.
My dad had to take his small victories. It's like, do you go to church? It's like, yes, I do. Do you still believe in God? Yes, I do. He goes, this is all I could ask for. Anything else is just
he still a current pastor?
So he actually opened up a couple of churches, and then he decided to stop going to church because of a lot of like Korean church drama is fucking unreal, man.
Tell us about it.
It's just like the,
I want to know.
Church drama, man. Like it's just always everybody up in your fucking business and shit. My dad just got tired of it. He's like, I'm done with this. He goes,
politics.
Yeah, he goes, I opened up a couple of churches. I did what I had to do. Let me just believe in God.
He opened up a couple churches.
Yeah.
One, two. They giving tithes.
Now, because couple is two or more.
I'm about to say, now he was talking about the one business, but when you open up a couple churches.
So check this out. Yeah. So my father opened up a couple churches. He never took a single dollar from any of them.
Oh, that's dope.
Because he had his business. He was doing fine.
Right.
So he never took a single dollar, and everything that he made from the business, he built the church with his own money. Never took money.
Well, your dad is very admirable, because I know some pastors, they want a Lear G5 jet.
Hey, you talking about the prosperity gospel right now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking. That shit's so fucking ridiculous.
It's so crazy. We ain't gonna jump on it though. But we got a love doctor segment you was talking about.
We got. So listen, everyone is in.
Since you engaged, we gonna end it on the love doctor segment.
So what it is like Dr. Huh? Hold on, they can't hear you. I get it right here. So it goes, Dr. Love, I'm 21 and I just started dating this girl. Do I tell her that I'm a virgin or not? Thanks. I'll let you start off. Now let me just for the way cutters and babies.
Wait, hold on.
Evan is married 8 years. You've been engaged for a year and a half.
Yeah,
that's dope.
And I'm in a relationship. So I'm gonna start with you, right? And then I'm gonna go to Evan, and he's gonna come back to me, and that's it. All right. So let's go ahead.
So we ain't talking to me.
Dave.
Gotcha.
So how old is this guy?
He's 21.
Well, yeah, you should. She's gonna know you're a virgin when you start fucking. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. She's gonna know.
Yeah. But when is the right time to tell her?
From the jump.
But he's too late now.
Just tell her now. Say like, look, I don't know what a pussy looks like.
I've never seen
one in person, and I heard it looks like a flower. I have no idea what's going on.
You better go to Pornhub.
That's not what you do.
I hear what you're saying. We'll go to Evan.
I think porn's out there. You can do the research, right? Like I could train boxing without ever throwing a punch on YouTube, learn enough to kind of fake it to at least fake someone like a,
you know what's up. You can't do it.
Especially if you're young
21.
and both people aren't that good at it, mate. You might be able to kind of go in there.
No, but porn doesn't help though. This fool's gonna be like, get on your knees so I can face fuck you. It's like, well, hold on a second. That's what they did in the porno.
Go on facebondage.com.
You're my stepdaughter. You're my stepdaughter. I'm your weird ass stepfather. And I'm gonna face fuck you right now. Also, you have to be Asian, and I'm gonna be black.
David, are you on relax?
Hold on, David. We gonna touch on David in a minute.
David, hold on, David. What the fuck? Are you on reality?
I just told you when I had Rona. I was in this hotel for 10 days.
He finished
and I saw some weird shit.
I'm about to say, you went all the way. We went all the way left.
The encyclopedia of porn.
What?
You was talking about the bondage. What was you watching? What was you researching?
Well, no, I was joking about what he was saying about getting face fucked and shit. I said facefucking.com. You should like that was a joke on what he was saying.
Is that a real site?
No,
I bet you it is. I bet you it is. Type that shit in right now.
Last week. You're talking about last week.
Evan, no, I'm watching everything Evan say nowadays.
We don't know. All right, so that's good. All right,
what you got?
And the next question we have.
I thought you had a Dr. Love.
That was a Dr. Love.
I mean,
question.
I thought you was gonna say what you was gonna think.
Well, no. Listen, I'm with David and Evan. It's a lot of stuff going out there right now. Huh? No, it didn't. He said porn is out there. He basically said tell her.
All right,
so
I guess that's what we gonna do. I mean, porn didn't tell her.
Okay. All right. And
And
then
be like, hey, you freaky.
Welcome.
You freaky.
I'm just like,
you freaker.
Oh, just keep nodding
you
your
freak
head.
yourself and then you be like, hey, by the way,
this is a good
I don't
one.
know what the fuck I'm doing.
All right, this guy goes, yo, Doc, how I'm supposed to deal with overbearing baby mom. Every weekend yapping, speculating about other girls all in my business. Should I block her on social media or is that OD love? David, we're gonna go with Justin. Go ahead.
Go ahead and
Let's
start
talk
off
to
with
the pro.
guest. Now let's go start up.
no, I want to hear what you want. Hold on a second. I gotta hear what you got.
We're gonna talk to
Go ahead, man. I'm
the
giving you the
master
floor.
here.
I'm giving you the floor,
I
bro.
mean, if you got an overbearing baby mama,
Childbearing hips.
I mean, you might want to get another one.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
All right.
Wait, is he still with her, or is she just around because they have a kid together?
Well, he didn't say that. He said, how should I?
I'm pretty sure about it. What he's saying, she's overbearing. They probably not together still.
I think she's kind of like, yapping and speculating about other girls all in my business. When he says that, I think you're doing something crazy already.
Oh, they are together then.
Giving her
Then they are together then.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't deal with women like that, so that's your fault. You ended up fucking impregnating this woman. Now you got to deal with her.
Yeah.
So that is what it is. You're already in it.
If she already had trust issues already off the jump, it's clearly you probably did something. Or if she's overbearing, she doesn't trust you for some reason.
You gotta check
maybe
the
she's
trust
doing
issue.
something.
Or she has like some hurt in her past, and that she's like putting it on him.
Yeah, and that's the worst. But go ahead.
You got to check those issues early.
No, I mean, I think if this guy is cheating, then you gotta put up with whatever she gives you because you're cheating.
Yeah.
And so if like that's the life you're gonna live, then that's the life you're gonna live. If she's not, then you gotta create space because if someone can't get rid of that, then you gotta just let it go.
But what if he isn't cheating? Then what's the? I mean, if she's just all in his business.
Personally, I think sometimes you can really help people by not giving into it. I think what happens a lot of times is like the person nags you about something, you lie to them, tell them you weren't at that party, and they find out you were at the party, but even though you weren't cheating, now you're creating more of a problem.
For sure.
But if you just don't put up with it right away and you say, I'm not putting up with this shit, sometimes it helps people just kind of like jar them like, oh shit, okay. It's not, it doesn't work when I nag them.
You be like, girl, if you
But classic
Man,
guys are we
you
make up
be
lies
mad.
to
You
make
gotta
them
fake
not
raise your
mad.
hand. You gotta.
You be like, girl, you lucky I'm here for the kid. You lucky I'm here for the kid. All
I
right.
never lie to my woman.
This
ever.
you don't.
What? Hold on, we got
Never.
to back.
Hold on,
backtrack,
before,
backtrack.
wait.
Hold on, no.
You gonna
He
just
said
you gonna-
something very powerful. He dropped the CB3.
I saw
and maybe
that.
I needed it in my spirit.
Okay, go
real
ahead.
quick before we get on that.
All right,
So
I'ma
you
drop
say
the
you
phone.
never lied to your girl.
The only thing I do is I've actually learned to white lie towards her because it helps
Hold
our
on,
relationship.
time
No,
out.
wait, now, Dave. Let me put the phone back up. Get to the nitty-gritty. I thought he was a good one.
Exactly. He said, I
Hold on.
never lied to my girl.
Hold on,
White
let me
lie,
explain
white
myself.
lie.
Okay, go ahead.
I think you just hung up on the word white for a second. All right, I think that's the problem right here.
That white lie.
Exactly.
I think we just hung up on a single word. So this is what it is. So I have a problem with being hyper honest, right? When I was a kid, whenever I would lie, my dad would beat the living fuck out of me. I'm scared of lying to the point where you kind of overshare stuff. So she also taught me that you don't always have to say everything on your fucking mind. Nobody wants to know. So you need to learn how to white lie a bit. If I say, hey, I'm not really feeling this outfit, whatever, whatnot, you could just be like, I think you look good and whatever, even if you don't feel it, right? Because you know it's more of an emotional thing. I don't need to know your fucking opinion. Just, this is what I do now. Now I go like, you look good and whatever, even though I'm like, that outfit's trash in his mind. So I've learned to white
have your
lie.
goddamn girl out there looking like
I'm about to
Chewbacca.
say, you gonna have your girl out there looking crazy.
Yeah. She'll
And
rub it, because
my
again,
girl will be mad at me. You know,
Yeah.
she'll set me up. She'll
Yep.
be like, you know what?
why you ain't- I gave it to you.
She'll be like, oh yeah, do I look good in this? It could be a fucking Pocahontas looking dress. She'll be like, yeah, baby, you look good and whatever.
You a
I knew
goddamn
was gonna
lie.
say
Yeah,
that
exactly.
stupid shit.
Now that's the argument.
Now,
Yep.
That's a whole
What else you
argument.
lied to me about?
Exactly.
But see, I just can't do it. Like let me tell you this shit, right? So recently I got crossfaded super bad, accidentally. Didn't expect it.
Shrooms?
And no. It was an edible, and I had like 3 glasses of tequila.
Gotcha.
And I got fucked up. I didn't know what was happening.
That's good
I literally thought I died. Like when I was crossfaded, I felt my body leave my body.
Yeah.
I looked down and I said, "This is the afterlife," and I gave up. I gave
Out of
up.
body experience.
Yeah,
right there.
and so
God
like
damn.
my buddy Ed, same guy, he was taking me back home because that shit hit when we were eating, and I was freaking the fuck out.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yep. And so when I got there, I was like, listen, when we go inside, don't say shit to her. And he was like, okay, I got it. I go inside. I'm like not facing her. She goes, hi. I turn around. I go, I'm high. I just told her immediately. I can't lie to her. I just can't do it. And she's like, you're fucking high. I was like, I'm so sorry.
First of all, and she was mad that you was high.
No,
She was about to be like, well, my girl be like, why you ain't bring me? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you got me
She'll
out
be
here?
mad at you because I'm out here sober and you out here getting lit.
You over here wasted, and you out there with Ed, old clumsy ass.
It's just-
I mean, you know damn well he knocked himself out that last time.
Exactly. You know he can't help you if y'all both got high.
Exactly.
That's why I can't. That's why she doesn't have a problem with me going out because she know I can't cheat on her because it's all I'll say everything. It's just too much work to cheat
That's
too. It's
it
so
is.
much fucking work.
Oh.
It is.
We ain't got that kind of work. Spoon, we're gonna end on a good note. No, don't cheat. Black man don't cheat.
Black
and,
man don't cheat.
And Dave, we've been
And David don't cheat too.
David
He
don't
Asian,
cheat.
And
I've
he
never
is
cheated
black
in my
by
life.
association,
And-
so we gonna include
Yep.
him in black man don't cheat.
Yeah, and he over here with us. His dad is a church. Used to own 3 churches.
Own 3 churches.
You know what I mean?
Popeyes. He owned a
Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Bro.
Beauty supply
Yep.
store.
I was in a choir. I wanted to be an R&B
Exactly.
singer.
Exactly.
Everything.
Hey, you
We ain't
black
touch
as
it.
you black as I. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you
Your white black ass.
Exactly.
Bro, we appreciate you.
For sure, man.
Hey, that's David Sawyer, everybody.
Hey, everybody, y'all give it up for
That's
David
fun,
So for
fun.
coming
Thank
in,
y'all
man.
so much. Hey,
And,
like and subscribe. That's been another
comment.
episode of
Hey.
Cutting Weight with Malik B and Justin Elliott.
Y'all see us, man. We out of here next week.